Okay, this is my craft room makeover. Welcome to my craft room. I'm going to just close the door and I will show you around the room. And then I will come back and I will describe what I have done. This room is 11 by 14, and a lot of the pieces I already had. The bin I had. My son brought me the garbage can for my birthday because I needed a garbage can for in here. The pegboard is new from IKEA. I already had this little stand. I already had the little Hutchin buffet. I got the spinny piece off of Marketplace for about $45. It came out of a store. The paper holder I got for about $90 off of Marketplace. The shelf was already here. My TV came from downstairs. This is a reinforced laminate countertop. It had to be reinforced because there's no cupboards underneath there. It's about 8.5 feet long. The white cupboard is new. These 3 wooden pieces I got off my handyman friend for $150. And then the white pieces up at the top were made. So I guess what I'll do is I'll start here. So I have some pretty old antique lace dresses. This isn't, look at this beautiful piece. It's from Shabby Mountain Forest. She makes these just gorgeous. And some baby dresses. And then this pegboard. Like I realized with an 11 by 14 room, it's not huge. So what I have to do is I realized I had to go floor to ceiling as much as possible. So the pegboard's really useful. Now I've put things where I want them to go or where I think it makes sense. I think this was the hardest thing to do with this craft room makeover. I was crafting in my dining room. My stuff was all over the place in the house, so I didn't know what I had. So when I was able to bring everything into one room, then I was able to see exactly what I had. But then I had to think about where does it go. So it took me 9 days to organize this room, bring everything in and organize it. And I did it by, like first I did paper, and then I did lace, and then I did material. Anyways, you can see I've got all different things hung. Really, really useful. Beautiful crystal art made by an artist down in California. And then I have my closet here. And now this was already here. It was a Calyx system. And this is where I organize all my material. And what I did with the organization is I organized it by color. And I bought clear bins from IKEA. They were probably the cheapest, and I found them the most useful for the size. You'll see, like this is pinks, this is green. I'm starting to label everything. Browns and yellows, blues. These were the bins that I did have. See how you can't see in them, but whereas you can see in here. So that is the thing. For me, I have to be able to see it, or I don't remember. Pictures in there. This is special papers. And what else have I got in here? Oh, see. So I tried to organize everything. I think the biggest thing is I'm going to forget where things are. And so I have to get used to working with it, and I may move things around. Slow stitching material, bases. So that gives you an idea of what's in there. And over here are all finished items, finished ephemera. This is a book that I made. All little bits and bobs. This is really useful because they come right out. You can take them over to where you're working. This Hutchin buffet I've had for a long time. It has finished books. It has book covers. It has things I could use to make book covers, any of my special books. Underneath here is bins of my quilting supplies, embroidery, like Ada cloth, any kits that I have bought that I want to make. Now, here's this lace thing, which is the coolest thing. It actually spins, but you can see everything. You can see what you have. Thought this was one of the first things I bought. I found it. There's my Christmas project. I'm making the cover. So, great place. Let's hang it. This was a really cool find. Sharon from Intuitively Yours and myself, we went to an estate sale. A woman, a crafter, had passed away. She had so much stuff, but she had these DMC, you can see it there, drawer, like containers that used to hold embroidery floss, so I've used it. But flowers, this was all in about 4 different bins, so now it's all in one spot. This whole piece holds paper. I have, like, in the bottom here, there's drawers, and I've started to label them. Envelopes, like I have so many envelopes, it's unbelievable. See, they were all over the place, so you don't know what you have. But books, all my printer paper, see, old books, old book pages, all my printer paper, books that are kind of falling apart, what might be in here. Oh, look at cards. I just couldn't believe how much stuff I had all over the house. Another little drawer, it has pieces in it. This was a cool piece I bought from IKEA. It has a phone holder and a light. I'll come out here. I'll explain what this is over here first. Extra lace. This is all paper. It's all been color coordinated. You'll see this is dyed paper. This is different colored dyed paper, specialty paper, buttons, strawberries. I'm going to bead them. This is all pieces of ephemera, and I kind of lightly glue them in that book. Bins, you'll see this is just all old things. Look, you can see cards, my typewriter, books and magazines that I want to have out. And then up in the cupboards, I have put things that I don't use very often, but I've put them by set. So here's all my painting supplies, my yo-yos. You can see glue and gesso, I think that's how you say it. Antique postcards, beading supplies, glue, my velvets up there. So see how this goes right to the ceiling. Now I'm pretty tall, I'm about 5'10", but I need a stool to get up on the top shelf. So you'll see here, washi tape. So now we're getting into things I use more often. See, there's my Edith Holden. I have quite a few of these drawers, clear again. Stamps, distress inks, file folders that hold things. There's like Christmas books that I want to use. Again, you see these clear drawers, I can see what is in there. And these shelves here are about 20 inches deep, and this one here is about 16. I got a lot of these bins here from Amazon. Very useful. Like that one has paper. This is my Anna Griffin paper. This is, I'm using this, this is some material I want out. Stamps. 3 bins of stamps. Paper packs. And you'll see here, now we're getting down in here. These are things I use more because this is down where I sit. You'll see, here's my stamp, wax melts, my embroidery floss, dried flowers, bins I can go through that have a whole bunch of stuff in them, my grommet, stamps, ties. Look at all these. These pretty well came from Shabby Mountain Forest. Aren't they beautiful? And they look so pretty on the wall. You're able to display them. But so this is all my working stuff. You'll see my paper cutter, my scoring boards down there. This here is my antique lace bucket. I use this all the time. So it is out. Look at this cool from that estate sale. This lady had made this. Look at it's a pumpkin. And it had little needles, pins. It even has a little garbage. Things I want to use. My handyman hooked up all my TV and that type of thing right here. Plug, big plug I can plug everything into. And this is a really cool find. I got this from IKEA. And we hooked the lamp right onto it. And this, of course, is my workspace. 25 inches across, 8.5 feet long. This is a really cool find I got off of Marketplace. 20 bucks or 25, but look at I use these little bins all the time. So you pull it off and you set it here and then you can go through it. And when you're done, you can set it back up here, but it holds all my little bits and pieces. And then, of course, my embosser. And I hardly ever used my embosser and die cut before because it was hidden away up in a room. So as if you're going to craft in the dining room and then come upstairs and get what you need up here. I didn't. So having it all in one space is going to be good. So there's my die cuts, my embossing folders. This is special paper to use in it, stencils, and stamps. And then all underneath here is material and stuff that I want out. This is what I'm using for the current project that I'm working on. I go through and I just pull stuff. I think of what I'm going to use, and then this is what I choose from. And that piece I already had. It was already up in this room. Came from Pier 1 before it closed up here in Canada about 6 years ago. So the countertop is actually, you can see it's put right on top of it. So I utilized it. So that is my craft room. I think the biggest thing to think about when you're doing a craft room is how do you want to organize it? And for me, it was being able to see what I have. So anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for your interest in following me along on this journey. It took me about 9 days to put this together once the room was installed. Anyways, have a good day.